The only people who hold the people they elect to task is Central Kenya. I do not know much and I do not hold brief for Central Kenya, but this much I do know. Nobody holds a political grudge like Central Kenya and Central Kenya women. Ask William Kafogo. Nobody holds a political grudge like Central Kenya. Ask Amos Kimunya. Because let me tell you, most Central Kenya politicians know if they're lucky, they'll get 2 terms if they're lucky. Ain't nobody in Central Kenya thinks that this thing is a given. And I can tell you in 2027, but for an act of God, they are sitting members of parliament, MCAs, women reps, senators, and governors who know it's a wrap. Okay, but here's the problem with the rest of us. Okay, and let's start with the voter. You seem to think that once Mohesh has become Mohesh, kazi yake imeisha, your job is to genuflect to a person you've hired. Are you completely out of your mind? And then, munaitisha macho. Let me tell you, you know why I can never enter politics? Nitisha somoja, auta nitisha kitu ingine. Because that's what you want. What? You want me to start giving you 500 bob, 1,000 bob. And then later on you want to complain about the quality of schools, roads, and hospitals. Really? Really? You can't. As a voter, you must be proud enough to continue to hold the person you elected into office to account. And maybe just Kejisea has opened the door for us. We're not mad enough yet. No. Here's the other thing I want to say. The amount of hate and anger and heat we have for the president, we need to take a good portion and put it at the feet of governors and members of parliament and MCAs in your wards who have not done anything. Yeah, share heat. Share that heat that you have for the president. Because if you don't, this will continue. And you know why? Because maybe, just maybe finally, we can all get angry enough to begin to demand what we want. Because for most of us in Kenya, we act like the people who we elect into power go into the safe island where they can't be asked any questions. Now that the noise is kind of dying down, hasn't died down on this whole thing of what was some kwao, when they shule kwao, I'd just like to weigh in a little. And I want to start by saying, I agree with the sentiment. 80%, 20%, I'm like, 80%, I'm like, yeah,